to a place to eat on the weekend, and building was probably it was probably constructed in the 1970s, maybe in the 1960s. So the it wasn't it wasn't like ADA quality. It wasn't ADA construction. It wasn't up to ADA construction probably, but pretty good though. You know, it was a pretty good sized bathroom compared to one of the other bathrooms that I was in. That was really tiny, but I still had to do a 180 transfer here. You see what I'm showing you there is the stall where the toilet is pretty tight, so I had to do a 180 transfer, and the reason why it's a bummer to do a 180 transfer is that's how I scratched up, I cut up my knee like crazy, you know, a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, I mean, so you just got to be careful. But I cut up my knee really bad on some metal stuff that was kind of sticking out, and luckily this one didn't have any metal things sticking out. But I did use those bars, those horizontal bars that were on the left and on the right of the toilet. So I used those bars so that I could you know, lift up my body and get a good transfer onto the toilet. But you know, it is kind of difficult to do a 180 transfer, and you really have to think about what the heck you're doing, and really make sure that you don't hurt yourself in the process. You also want to make sure that your legs aren't going to get too wrapped up whenever you do that 180 transfer. My legs were kind of hooked around on the other side of the toilet, so that it was hard for me to. I had to kind of lift my legs up, my knees up, in order so I could pull my legs out to the front of the toilet instead of being stuck there in the back behind the toilet while I was using the restroom. But anyway, that was kind of confusing. But it was clean, a clean place, and you know, I was able to wash my hands, no problem, and I had paper towels, and the soap dispenser just worked just fine, and everything was fine. There was no dripping water or anything like that. It was all pretty much a clean facility. I wanted to make sure that actually the floor was kind of wet, and I was rolling around on it, so I was nervous. You know, I told the lady, "Watch out! This my new wheelchair is gonna make a mess."